Alright, hi everyone. So I've got in front of me some items that were announced well over a year ago actually at the Las Vegas licensing fair. What they are is the company Funko announced that they were going to make some new Sonic figures. And they'd already made some bobblehead statues, which are kind of alright, but they said that they were going to make some based on their pop range. And I've got them here. And as you can see, we've got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And yeah, if you haven't seen the pop range before, you're probably thinking, what happened? Well, don't worry, because they are supposed to look like this, and I will explain as best I can and show you them more in detail in just a moment. Anyway, let's take a look at the box for starters. We've got they're more or less all the same. We've got Sonic here, and yeah, you can see him. It's just made of cardboard because it's a cardboard box, and Sonic there looking angry, and yep, Bop. Yeah, this is number 6 in this current series. I don't really know how the Funko series works, but there is a whole range of these pop figures out, and sometimes they do colour variants, and this, well, shows you here 6, 7, 8. So yeah, the other 1 to 5 are not Sonic figures. They'll be figures from other characters, original characters, and some licensed ones. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple packaging, really. You know, nothing really exciting, but it's nice. Anyway, I'm just going to let's see if I can get this out now. All right then. So okay, once I pull that, aha, and there we go. All right then. So wow. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is this figure is very light. In fact, I won't be surprised if most of it's actually hollow. It's incredibly light. It's top heavy, obviously, because it's got a giant head, but it's very light. Yeah, it's probably hollow in parts as well. Yeah, it's surprisingly how light it is actually. Does it stand up? Yes, it does stand up on its own accord, which is good. What do I think? Well, aside from the fact it's got this unusual design, now let's take a look at the paint job and build quality. Now, I can see, I don't know if you'll see this on camera, there is like a scratch mark just there, and the chest isn't painted brilliantly, but it's better than Jazzware's paint job. Otherwise, it's quite good. The paint job on it is pretty decent. We've got the colouring on the shoes is done very well. So yeah, you can't move it. At least I don't think you can. It looks like you might be able to move the body slightly, but yeah, I don't want to risk doing that. It is literally just a stand-up piece. If it'll stand, yeah, it's a stand-up piece, but you've got to make sure you've got it on a very flat surface, otherwise it won't stand up. And yeah, the slightest knock and it's going to topple over. But it's kind of a nice piece. I do like it just because it's unusual looking. Anyway, let's take a look at the others. Will that stand up on its own? Yes. Okay, let's take a look at Tails now. Actually, I'm going to pause the video and then open these up because they're a bit of a pain to get open. Alright then, so I've brought the camera down just a little bit so you can see them in, well, bit better, and so you can actually see what they look like stood up facing you. And okay, I've got to point this out. How angry does Sonic look? He looks really angry. Alright, now we've got Tails here, and okay, this is getting crazy now. I know there's kind of like a joke going on with Tails that he looks cute in just about every single picture. I don't know, does he look cute like this? Apart from having stare into your soulless black eyes that will come for you. Apart from that, he does kind of have this like aura of cuteness about him, which is kind of creepy, just because of how he looks. Anyway, what do I think? Paint job. Well, I've only spotted one problem with the oh, hang on. correction, I've spotted 2 problems with the paint job so far. There's a tiny white mark on his eye, but it's not very noticeable, and you won't notice it at a distance. And there's a chunk of paint missing off his glove, but that's not too bad. What else? Yeah, oh, actually there's some white paint on his back. That's not very good. And some white paint there as well. Damn, what happened to him? So yeah, aside from playing with the white paint, Tails looks quite good actually. There's like details here on his tails where they've tried to get it right. You know, it's not just like a white circle. Think back to those talking plushies and you'll get an idea as to what I mean by that. Otherwise, I kind of like him. I think he's quite a decent figure, and again, he's very light, and no, you can't move him around. He's just literally stand there and have a look. Okay then, let's take a look at Knuckles. Like, I'm Knuckles! You steal my emeralds! Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Knuckles, I think it might be the giant forehead, but Knuckles looks kind of like, think comic book bouncer, and you get the idea. Alright, his paint job for the most part seems to be pretty good. Okay, there are some smudge marks here off the bottom of his shoe, but yeah, if you're not going to be looking at him from the back, I don't think, and there's a tiny mark there on his back leg. But otherwise, he's pretty close to perfect. There's a tiny yellow mark there on his foot, but that's not a problem at all, really. He's really well detailed. I mean, if you check out his shoes, and you might be able to see, like, the, don't know what you call them, like metal stud things there, all individual. They're not painted on either, they're actual bits of the plastic mould. I'm guessing it's part of the mould. He's really good. I'm pretty impressed with Knuckles. And one thing I'm also impressed by as well, the tail is actually done correctly as well, which is really cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, something that you might notice, there's no smiles on these figures. You know, there's no indication of a mouth, it's just the, well, this thing. So yeah, there's no random smile. Alright, I'm not really sure what else to say. Oh yeah, again, Knuckles is aha, now this is interesting. The head does indeed turn on this one. So I'm guessing the head should turn on these as well, but and it does, yes. Yep. Does your head turn? You lie! So will Sonic's head turn? Now I know how to do it. Okay, Sonic's won't. I imagine it's supposed to, but it's kind of jammed on there pretty tight, so I don't want to try and do it because it'll break. One thing I have noticed is Tails and Knuckles stand up a lot better than Sonic does. This might be due to his feet aren't perfect. You know, you put one down and the other one's slightly up, so that might be the problem. But otherwise, I really like these. I admit these figures probably aren't for everybody. You know, they're probably, some people will be put off by them just because of how they look, but I kind of like merchandise that is a little bit different, a little bit strange, so I really enjoy these. Maybe one criticism, and this might surprise some people. I don't know about this. Maybe someone should do a Photoshop and we could see. I wonder what he would look like with green eyes. Just because I think, because the others are black, and yeah, I get why they've done it, because these two colours are a lot brighter than the dark blue, so black eyes wouldn't work, I don't believe. But, I don't know, maybe it should have been green eyes, but I do kind of like the fact it's white. Yeah, maybe they could have tried to make him look a bit less angry, but I kind of like that anyway. I'm just kind of thinking more of a general thing. I'm not sure. I really like these figures. There's something different. I kind of wish there was more characters. I wish there was an Eggman figure. I wish there was an Amy one. Probably a Rouge figure would be pretty cool as well. Super Sonic would be fantastic. Or even a Metal Sonic. Yeah, I really hope Funko expands the range on these, because it would be pretty cool to get a few more little figurines like this. I'm calling them figures because I don't think they're really statues. No, what am I talking about? Of course they're figures. It even says on the box. Look, it says on the box that they're figures. They're figures. Alright then, so I guess that's all I can say on them, other than I really like them. They are available in America. You can probably find them quite easily over there. You can get them here in the UK, but I had to go to a random comic book shop to get them. Forbidden Planet, they say they have them, but they don't. I had to actually ring them up a month after they were supposed to be dispatched and say what's going on, and they said, oh, we haven't received any stock, we don't know when we're going to receive them. They cost about £10 each, and then whatever the person wants for shipping, I suppose. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I definitely do like them, and I think they are really worth the money. So yeah, if you can get a hold of these and you like them, if you collect Funko stuff, I imagine you will get them. But yeah, if you collect Sonic stuff, I definitely recommend these. Alright then. So I guess that's all there is I can say on them. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.